Just imagine that you're on a plane and you're with your family and you're going someplace you're looking forward to going, or it's just somewhere you expect to go. You have an idea of your destination and your plane is hijacked. Somebody is on your plane, and suddenly, instead of going to Switzerland or Hawaii or to see your mother or your grandmother or to take your kids to do something that you've dreamed of doing with them, you're on your way to North Korea in the hands of a madman who doesn't care what happens to you, to your family, or to the people around you. And that's our political situation right now. We're being hijacked by a person who is in the White House and in control of the executive branch. And he's doing whatever he wants. So in the hijacking situation, you can expect that people are going to try and save themselves. But it's definitely a situation where everyone on the plane needs to try to be saved. It's not where, oh, I can expect to have a separate fate from somebody else on that hijacked plane. So the question for us is whether people in America can band together, whether we recognize that we have a common threat to our future, our expectations, our autonomy. They're being hijacked by a single person who doesn't care what we think, who isn't seeking input from us, who has his own plan for our plane and all the lives on it. And he's just usurped all of the things that make up normal life. That's our situation right now. And the only way to survive this is for people to band together. And I'm not talking about banding together with your Democratic friends or banding together with people whose views are like yours or who look like you or who you're comfortable with. No, I'm talking about immediately banding together with everyone who's in the same boat with you. And that's what our survival as a nation depends on right now. Um, I think about all the movies that I've seen or the amazing stories that we've heard occasionally about people who manage to thwart a hijacking. It's not that common, to be honest. It's not that common. But in order to save the group in that situation, you have to band together. There has to be a plan. And it's an unprecedented situation. It's unlooked for, and there aren't any rules. So I am putting this out there because I think we have to be open to the extraordinary nature of the historical events that are unfolding. I also want to draw a parallel to the Civil War. One of the problems that we're having right now is a lack of leadership. Now, sometimes in an emergency, leaders spontaneously emerge, good people with like good heads on their shoulders who care about everyone around them. They care about saving people. They care about saving the situation. And those people can bring others together. They can supply solutions. They can form plans. And that can happen very quickly. And I want to say that we have an amazingly diverse, talented, and good people in the US, so many good people. And I hope that we'll be seeing such figures emerge in this very unusual situation, people who want to save their nation, preserve our government, and restore something like normalcy to our politics. During the Civil War, in the years leading up to it, um, there was a dearth of such leadership, to be honest. Um, like now, that was a period where there was a lot of party rivalry. The Democrats and their opponents, the Whigs, were scrambling to get a majority, get a majority in the federal government, and each side was certain that a catastrophe would result if the other side gained power. In that situation, there were a lot of people who ended up leaving politics. There were a lot of capable people, a lot of decent, virtuous people who just didn't see a way forward to gain office and influence what was happening on the national scene. And so they ended up on the sidelines. And historians have even um, talked about this whole generation of people being sort of bumbling. Sadly, many capable Americans today have also been sidelined. People who maybe they're not perfect, maybe you don't share absolutely every policy position that they have, but they are people who want to preserve the rule of law, who believe in federalism, who believe in the Constitution, and those people have been marginalized. And as we've seen, a whole party of our leadership, the Republicans, are incapable of standing up to their president and insisting that he respect our legislature and the laws that have been passed by generations of our legislators. Our most capable people have been sitting in the House and Senate all these years, doing their best to form budgets, to provide for our defense, to provide for our prosperity. And now we have somebody at the wheel who is determined on wrecking all of this for his own sake, for his own visions, whatever they are, that many people do not share. Many people in our business community don't share. Many people in our government don't share. And moreover, many American citizens, millions of American citizens, do not share this individual's vision for our future. And we're seeing the stock market plummet. We're seeing all kinds of things being taken away from citizens in the name of making a more prudent government by somebody who has shown no capacity to stay within financial bounds. I just want to implore everyone to find common cause with other people in the US, find who those people are, and get a plan for helping to change the political momentum and to stand up for the rule of law and to find ways to control and limit the harm that the executive is visiting on American citizens, because a strike against one American is a strike against all Americans. This person is no longer acting like he cares about American citizens. And in a country dedicated to popular self-government, which is what our republic is, it's a representative democracy where the people we elect to office are supposed to be representing us collectively. That person is no longer doing that. And many people in his party recognize that this is a very dangerous situation and it's gone too far. So I hope that people can band together and find a way to restrain the hijacker and bring our airplanes safely to ground. I don't want to end up in North Korea where we have no rights, where people don't enjoy any prosperity, and where there's one person deciding what is good for everyone else in that nation. I don't want to live that way, and you don't either. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope to talk to you again. Thank you.